Hey everyone, today we are talking about masks, and specifically we are talking about my top 5 picks for the best budget masks, which is basically the best masks that don't cost a lot of money. Before we get into the list, I will say I will always recommend that, like, if you're looking to get into paintball, spend as much money as you can on the mask. You can honestly cheap out on almost anything else and get away with it, but if you're cheaping out on the mask, you may suffer for it. But some of us don't have a lot of money to throw at paintball. Some of us don't play that often to justify like a $300 mask. So these are some picks for masks that totally won't break the bank, but they're actually still really good. The reason they're still really good, and this is the one thing you should be looking for in any mask you purchase for paintball, under all circumstances, no matter what, they all either just straight up come with a dual pane lens, or there are versions that come with a dual pane lens, or you can get a dual pane lens for it if you have the single pane version. For those of you that don't know, dual pane lens is basically just a lens that doesn't fog up. It's like a lens and then a little vacuum and then another lens. Any single pane lens you buy, it's either just going to be a piece of plastic or it'll have some kind of anti-fog coating on the inside of it. That coating will rub off, it will wear out, it will stop working, and then your mask will fog up so much. If you have a dual pane lens, you don't have to worry about that. It basically lasts way longer, it's way better at not fogging up, and it's going to make the biggest difference in terms of being able to see, therefore being able to shoot other people before they shoot you. So that's why all these ones are on the list. Starting off in no particular order, this is just a completely random order. They all have very similar features, but that would be the Valken MI-7 goggle. Everything on this list is really similar to itself, so like there's not much I'm going to be able to say about each individual one, but like I said earlier, it does come with a dual pane lens. You can get different styled lenses for it, which is actually true for every mask on this list. You can actually get like smoke lenses or lenses that are better for outside versus inside. So, you got options, and it's a mask. It masks. It gets the job done. The next one on the list would probably be the HK Army HSTL goggle. Again, very similar. It does have a dual pane lens. The one thing that kind of sets that mask apart is its strap system is very unique. It actually has like not just a strap that goes around the back of your head, but one that goes over the top of your head as well, which you don't really see with a lot of masks. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's certainly a thing. So that's another good one. Next up would be the Empire Helix. These I tend to recommend to people all the time because they fit pretty much everyone. Like, even if you have a very big head, they're going to fit well. If you want it to be a little bit closer to your face and lower profile, it's not quite so good for that because it is a rather large mask. But like, they fit well. Dual pane lens. They come in a couple different colors. You can get replacement lenses for them that are like smoke for outside, like just lots of good stuff. The next one would be the JT Spectra. This one, again, like it fits pretty much everyone. It's in a style that's like very popular. A lot of people like that style of mask. Yeah, it's a mask. It's not going to break the bank. Gets the job done. Dual pane lens, like I keep saying, so important. The last one on the list, this one is my personal favorite. This one I actually like a little bit more than the rest of them, even though they all do essentially exactly the same thing. That would be the Dye SE. The only reason I really like the Dye SE over the other ones is that with the rest of them, they tend to be a little bit bigger. They hang off your face a little bit more. Obviously, this means it's going to fit everybody, but if you don't like that, the Dye SE is for you. It's essentially a lot closer to your face. It's a much smaller profile, much more similar to like their higher end mask, like the Dye I4 and the Dye I5. It's got a very similar shape. So if you like that look, it looks really cool. And yeah, it's got a built-in visor. You can get different lenses for it. It just, gets the job done, much like all of the masks on this list. So yeah, those are my picks for like my top 5 budget masks. Again, that was in no particular order except for the Dye SE. They're all very similar in terms of features. Like, they're all going to do the exact same thing. They're all going to work for you. You're going to be able to see. You're not going to be fighting fog the whole time. That's really the important thing. Do keep in mind, though, if you are looking to grab one of these masks, just make sure you are getting one that has a thermal lens in it, or if you don't if you didn't get the one with the dual pane thermal lens, buy that after the fact, because like, trust me, you don't want to be dealing with a single pane lens. You just don't. It's bad. It's not worth it. It's going to ruin your day. But yeah, do you guys have any suggestions for like other really affordable masks that like get the job done, like these ones? Because, you know, like I would use any of these masks if I didn't have my own, and like I have a very expensive mask, but like at the end of the day, like these are going to basically perform essentially just as well, almost. Maybe not quite as comfy, but still, you're going to be able to see, and that's really all the mask needs to do, and obviously protect your face. But yeah, if you guys have other suggestions for like affordable masks, like put them in the comments below. I have people asking me about that all the time, because, you know, like not everyone has a lot of money they can throw at paintball when they're getting into it. So these are good suggestions, and if you have other suggestions, let us know. And as always, thanks for watching.